Fox 10 News starts now with
there were a
breaking
number
news.
of surveillance cameras that were able to help us link the timeline, and it was in the middle of the night or early morning hours, so the video was not of great quality, but it was enough to lead us to where we are right now. Our main goal is to find them safely and bring them back home.
The Mobile County Sheriff's Office revealing new details just hours ago about the missing family from Theodore. Deputies arresting Juan Guerra, charged with 3 counts of first-degree kidnapping in connection to the disappearance of 40-year-old Aurelia and her children, 17-year-old Niurka and 2-year-old Anthony. They all remain missing as of this afternoon. MCSO says they executed a search warrant on Apache Run in Theodore on Monday. Deputies say Guerra was not present at the time, but he was later stopped by the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office after trying to run away. Investigators say Guerra was apprehended by K-9 units and taken into custody. This investigation remains ongoing, and deputies say several active search warrants are taking place as we speak. Law enforcement continues to work closely with federal and state partners, providing additional updates as more information becomes available. And if you have any information regarding this case, you're urged to call the Mobile County Sheriff's Office right away at 251-574-8633. And Fox 10 Shelby Myers actually just got back from the Azalea Grove Mobile Home Park on Old Pascagoula minutes ago, where a search warrant was executed there. She will have another update coming up on Fox 10 News at 4 and 5. For now, thank you for choosing Fox 10 Live on your Tuesday for these breaking news and weather updates. I'm Ashley Mitchell. We just talked about a local search happening in Mobile County, but a national one is also grabbing headlines as well. After 10 days, the FBI has its first lead in the investigation into Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. The FBI released the first images of a possible suspect in Nancy Guthrie's disappearance today. The chilling video on your screen shows a masked person on Guthrie's porch in Arizona. In a statement, the FBI said the images were recovered from residual data located in back-end systems, and the previously inaccessible new images show an armed individual appearing to have tampered with the camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her disappearance. President Trump is staying informed about this case.
The president encourages any American across the country with any knowledge of the suspect to please call the FBI, who continue to assist state and local authorities who are leading this investigation on the ground.
Nancy Guthrie, the mother of NBC Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, has been missing now for more than a week. Savannah and her family have posted a series of videos over the past week, including a public appeal to the kidnappers. So far, it's not clear if any ransom notes demanding money were actually authentic or if the Guthrie family has had any contact with the suspected abductors. Meanwhile, a historic trial and a first major test of whether social media companies can be held accountable for claims that their platforms harm the mental health of young users. The case centers around now 20-year-old Kaylee, who accuses Meta and YouTube of developing addictive platforms that caused her anxiety, body dysmorphia, and suicidal thoughts after she began using those platforms in early childhood. Her lawyer saying app features like endless scrolling and the like button create instant dopamine hits that can lead to addiction, describing the swipe motion as the equivalent of a handle of a slot machine, saying, quote, every time she swipes, it's not for money, but for mental stimulation. So far, YouTube and Meta have both denied the allegations in the lawsuit. Meta's attorney argued in opening statements that a difficult childhood, including reports she made to therapists of verbal abuse from her parents and bullying, actually led to issues, not social media use. But for years now, parents, health experts, and whistleblowers like Frances Hogan, formerly of Facebook, have called for more accountability and guardrails to protect young users.
For years, these companies have refused to take responsibility for any kind of harm. It makes perfect sense that the playbook would be to blame the victim.
Nevertheless, the outcome of this trial could have major impacts, with around 1,500 similar lawsuits also pending against social media companies. That concludes our trending headlines of the day. Now, let's check in with Fox 10's Steve Alexander for a look at what our crews are covering in our local news later.
This is Steve Alexander on the assignment desk. Some of the stories we're following today, aside from the arrest and the missing family story. One of the suspects in a shooting following that Murphy Blunt basketball game was in court today. We'll have details on that. Also, Aaliyah says 2 people swam to shore after their vessel began taking on water and capsized close to the mouth of the Deer River in Mobile yesterday. We'll have some details on that. Also, former county commissioner and city council member Steve Nodine says there's been an important legal decision in his favor. And if you like the Budweiser Clydesdale, Stephen Moody has a great story. He's going to tell you where you can see them besides in local parades.
And on our Fox 10 weather app, we're keeping an eye on what's happening with the forecast. We had a major dense fog event this morning with traffic problems on the Bayway. We're back with a dense fog advisory tonight and into tomorrow morning, showing up on the top page of the app. Also, we have a parade forecast, and looking at your week forecast here, very, very warm, which means we'll see more foggy nights in the nights ahead. Here's where we stand with that dense fog advisory. All the counties shaded in gray are in that advisory. So George County, Jackson County, Mobile, Baldwin, the Panhandle, and also Escambia County, Alabama, included in this dense fog advisory for late tonight and early tomorrow morning. That's likely going to be an issue for that morning drive tomorrow once again, especially near the coast and along I-10. We do have some upper level cloudiness out there right now, but it is a warm afternoon like it was yesterday. It is cooler near the water, so we've got a southerly breeze. It is 66 degrees in downtown Mobile, but over West Mobile we are in the 70s right now. Winds out of the south at about 10 miles an hour. Here's your forecast for tonight's parades. And we got the Order of Lachey and the Order of Olympia at 6:30. And we are expecting to see a pretty good forecast here for tonight's parades. We don't expect rain. The fog should form later, so this will be one of the milder parades for night parades that we've had so far this Mardi Gras season in the 60s. We do not expect any problems. Just watch out for the fog developing late tonight and into tomorrow morning. You can see it rolling in on our fogcast, and we even had some pictures of the fog coming into us here on Fox 10 through our Fox 10 weather app.
Yeah, we do. Several of you shared pictures with us this morning, and let's take a look at them now. We're starting off with this one from one of our very own, Jason, Robert Brown, one of our Fox 10 photographers. This was taken at the Battleship this morning.
The fog was thicker on the causeway, and it's simply because we got that chilly, cold water coming down the rivers and into the northern part of Mobile Bay, and then we're putting a warm, moist air mass over the top of it. So this is our foggiest time of the year.
Absolutely.
Typically.
Definitely caused some issues as we saw on the Bayway earlier this morning. By the way, they were actually out there to take a look at the Clydesdales from St. Louis that came down today. So they were out in that area, and we'll probably talk about that later on.
Hopefully they got some video after the fog lift.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully so. Well, this next one comes from Linda, and she says it's foggy in Gateswood over in Robertsdale.
Yeah, kind of getting over there towards the Florida line, and you're just north of Interstate 10 there in Gateswood, and it looks like some fog forming up there. It's not super thick in this shot here, but near the water we have thicker fog.
Okay,
so
beautiful picture there. Thank you for submitting. This next one comes from Richard. He says this is a fog bow in Bon Secour, and can you kind of explain what the fog bow is?
Well, you know, there's moisture droplets in the air when you have the fog, and then the sun's coming up at an angle, and it shines through those. It creates a prism, creates a rainbow, so that is a fog bow.
A really neat shot right there. This next person is also wondering, fog bow, question mark? That's what Joe said.
Yeah, definitely. I would say a lot of those, and you know, that's that morning sun out of the east. You can catch it just at the right angle through a thin layer of fog, and sometimes you will get a fog bow.
They're always so unique to see there. Thanks, Joe, for sharing this one. This next one comes from Jenny Barber. She looks like is she on the Dauphin Island Bridge?
Well, it looks like she might be in Alabama Port looking towards the bridge, or perhaps on Dauphin Island looking towards the bridge. I can't figure out which angle it is there, but you can see the bridge you know, at the high point where it goes over the intercoastal, sticking up above that fog layer.
Barely there, but some nice blue water today as well. Love it.
Very pretty.
All right, Donald submitted this one. This is from the Order of Incas the other night.
Right.
Looks like we have a nice video of a float rolling on by. Have you ridden in any Mardi Gras parades on the Fox 10 float yet?
I have not. My days are ahead, or nights are ahead. So
all right, so they can expect you out there soon.
Yes,
awesome. I know we have parades rolling tonight. Keep an eye out for the Fox 10 float. Speaking of Mardi Gras, we definitely want to see all of those pictures from the parade route, what you're doing to get ready for the parades with friends and family. And Jason, how can folks submit those pictures?
Well, you can do it through the Fox 10 Weather app, which is a free download. So if you take pictures with your phone or videos, you can just go to the app, scroll down, submit pics. It pulls them right off your phone. It's so easy to do. In the old days, you had to get a picture and you had to hook it up to the computer and download it and then email it. You don't have to do it that way anymore.
Bypass all of it. It's as easy as that, so no excuses. Definitely want to see all of that fun Mardi Gras energy out there wherever you are. You're watching Fox 10 Live on this Tuesday. We'll be back with much more after this.
With a clear forecast streaming directly to you, stay connected, stay safe with Fox 10 Storm Tracker weather.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Live.
Welcome back into the show. David Ellison is ramping up his bid to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery. Now, Paramount says it will pay WBD shareholders $650 million for each quarter its deal with Netflix is not closed. That offer starts next year and is intended to hedge uncertainty around obtaining regulatory approval, which could take months or even years. Paramount is also offering to pay WBD's $2.8 billion termination fee for canceling its inked deal with Netflix. WBD's management has rebuffed Ellison's offers in the past and stood by its $83 billion Netflix deal. But it's a hostile takeover attempt, and shareholders will get the final word. They're expected to hold a special meeting in late March or even early April. Well, if you can only afford McDonald's for Valentine's Day, the Golden Arches has a way to soften the blow. Just add some caviar if that's your thing. McDonald's is offering a kit that contains 1 ounce of caviar, and it's meant to pair with, what else? Chicken nuggets. And get this, so the best part, it's absolutely free. So starting today, you can order yours at McNuggetCaviar.com. It's not clear how many kits are available, but at that price, you can bet it's not too many. And the combo isn't the brainchild of some twisted marketer. Pairing caviar with McNuggets became a bit of a thing on social media, which is where it got started. Even singer Rihanna posted about it as well. Well, listen to this. Lake Erie has transformed into a snowy desert of ice. Let's take a look. Drone video from the Canadian side of the popular lake shows beautiful views of the West Pier Lighthouse surrounded by the frozen water as far as the eye can see. Take a look at that. Recent satellite imagery showed a huge crack forming all the way across the lake caused by strong winds there. And what a beautiful picture on your screen. Well, the freezing temperatures have brought a cool winter activity back to the Jersey Shore as well. The Navesink River in Red Bank, New Jersey, also frozen, giving the perfect opportunity for the return of ice boats. Ice boating was once a more popular activity, but died out over the years following warmer winters. But the recent frigid temperatures bringing the boats back. Now, we have talked a lot about the cold in other parts of the country, and as beautiful as this is, thankfully, here on the Gulf Coast, things are a little more mild.
All right, a dense fog advisory is in effect for tonight and tomorrow morning. We had a big fog event that was unfortunately very problematic from a traffic perspective this morning with wrecks on the Bayway, and it looks like that fog could be an issue again tomorrow morning. We're going to have a little more instability tomorrow, which might help, but the dense fog advisory does not cover the entire area. It does not include some of our inland counties, but it is in effect for the coast, and we'll be watching for that here on Fox 10 News with more updates tomorrow morning here on Fox 10. Satellite radar pictures show shows some clouds to the north, and we have low clouds to the south too, but nothing too thick out there so far today. Looking pretty good. As far as the forecast goes, we have a little more instability tomorrow, and it's interesting. The high-res futurecast actually shows some sprinkles overnight tonight and tomorrow morning. It also wants to develop a band of showers in the area tomorrow afternoon. So we could see a few raindrops tomorrow mixed in, and we could have drizzle and fog to start the day, and then a few raindrops late in the day on our Wednesday. Thursday does look dry. Tracking ahead with all the Mardi Gras stuff happening. So first of all, the GFS model does show rain tomorrow as well, a little bit more in the inland spots. But as we jump into Thursday, it does look good for the Stripers Parade on Thursday night. On Friday, maybe a stray shower, but our rain chances are relatively low. And then Saturday, we could see some isolated or widely scattered showers. We've got the MOTs Saturday night, and it looks like some of the heaviest rain may still be pretty far west of us. There's a dynamic low pressure area that is going to organize, and that will come through Saturday night and early Sunday morning. And as of right now, it looks like the timing is more putting the emphasis on Sunday with the potential of rain. Now, this is Joe Kane Day, and it's a wet look to it on the GFS. The European model is drier. Regardless, rain is in play for Sunday a lot more than Saturday based on the current forecast. Our temperatures are not going to be a problem. We're going to be in the 70s all the way through the weekend, so it's going to be plenty warm around here. We just have to watch out for the fog at night. And our forecast, rain chances pretty low tomorrow, but we do have that 20% chance. Partly cloudy Thursday, maybe a stray shower Friday, kind of backing off on that idea. Saturday, widely scattered showers, especially in the evening. And then we bumped up the rain chance for Sunday, especially in the morning. So we could see some impacts there on Joe Kane Day. I'll have more on all of this coming up on Fox 10 News at 4.
Jason, thank you. Well, sports fans expect the best out of the players on their favorite teams, and while most professional athletes play to win, the pressure to be number one can sometimes be overwhelming. Sports psychology experts cite strategies players can engage in to help avoid negative impacts to their health and performance. This as they explain how recreational athletes can benefit as well. Fox News' Kevin Uritzi takes a closer look.
As the Seattle Seahawks revel in their recent Super Bowl win and competitors from around the world keep battling for gold at this year's Winter Olympics, sports psychology experts are raising awareness about the pressures many professional athletes face on a daily basis.
Oftentimes, for the casual fan, they may see an athlete performing their absolute best and may think, gosh, that looks so easy. Sometimes athletes may struggle with fears of failure, imposter syndrome, fear of making a mistake.
From representing themselves, their team, and sometimes even their entire country, an athlete can have a lot on their shoulders. In order not to crack and suffer potential setbacks to their performance, mental health experts say it's critical to build self-confidence.
So self-confidence is the belief that we can be successful. It's not the fact that we can be successful, the guarantee that we can be successful. We also have to take stock of the things that we did well.
According to Dr. Ryan Pitzinger, sports psychologist at Texas A&M University, recreational athletes can also be plagued by pressure. He says it's important to normalize these feelings and come to terms with the fact that not everything is in your control. Instead of letting negative thoughts win, experts advise athletes of all experience levels to focus on these factors.
How can I focus on going out and performing my very best right here, right now? Not better than anyone else, not best in the world. But if I go out and do what I need to do right here, right now, that's all that I can control, and that's more than enough.
Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
Some timely advice there as we head into the spring and summer season. Speaking of which, let's take a live look outside now. Feeling nice and mild out there for our Tuesday. A bit of a dreary day with a lot of shade, as you can tell, in downtown Mobile. We'll be back with more Fox 10 Live in just a minute. Stay close.
Call to see if your case is worth more.
Call 251-444-7000.
The Budweiser Clydesdales are in town for Mardi Gras this year, and people won't just have the chance to see them in the parades. The Clydesdales will also be at Battleship Park from Tuesday through Saturday. Just pay the $5 admission to get into the park, and the hours are from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. except for Wednesday. Viewing hours are 10 a.m. to noon, and the best part is the viewings are completely free. They just ask that you not bring any pets into the stable area, and sessions may be impacted if the weather is bad. And people certainly took advantage of this opportunity earlier today, including one mother who brought her very excited daughter.
They're just so beautiful. I've always wanted to see them. You know, you see them on Facebook all the time or in the commercials. You're like, gosh, that would be so cool to see in person. So as soon as I saw the Facebook announcement that they were going to be here, I'm like, oh, I'm totally going.
If you can't see them here, they'll be in several parades in the next week, including the Order of Athena parade on Fat Tuesday. And the fun continues this week with parades in Mobile and Baldwin counties. Today, it'll be the Order of Lachise and Order of Olympia. Thursday, the Mystic Striper Society. And Friday, it will be the Crew of Columbus, Crew to Second Line, and Maids of Jubilee. These parades all start at 6:30 p.m. And if you can't make it, as always, Fox 10 has you covered. We'll be streaming the parades on the Fox 10 Gulfstream app, which you can download right now on your Samsung, Apple, Roku, or Amazon TV. And that will continue all the way up until Fat Tuesday. You can keep up with all things Mardi Gras with our free Fox 10 Float Tracker app, telling you where the parade starts at any given time. You can find routes, a schedule, weather forecasts, and more. You can find this in the Apple app and Google Play stores. By the way, our Fox 10 Float will be on the route tonight for the Order of Lachise parade happening in downtown Mobile. So be sure to give us a big wave. Scan that QR code on your screen. Happy Mardi Gras. Thank you for joining us for Fox 10 Live. We'll see you at 4.